For more on this, let's bring in former Chicago Police Superintendent and current Willow Springs, Illinois Chief of Police, Garry McCarthy. Chief, it's a pleasure to have you on. We're digesting all of this, learned over the weekend, according to DHS, that in the dispatch tapes, that ICE did ask for help from the Chicago PD to come in when they were getting boxed in. Just everything holistically that you're seeing here, your reaction is what?
It's exhausting. It's exhausting. 44 years in law enforcement, enforcing the law, and now we have elected officials who are doing everything they can to prevent us obstructing what we're doing. I think it's borderline malfeasance, honestly, from enforcing the law. And, you know, values versus politics, two different things. It's really terrible. And if I was given a direction not to assist a law enforcement officer, I would not comply with that direction, quite frankly. I would do what I needed to do, as I have done for the last 44 years, to help out whoever needs help, whether it's a civilian or whether it's a law enforcement individual. We're really losing the big picture here. You know, the law is the law. If you don't like it, change the law. But you can't pick and choose which laws you want to enforce. And there are immigration laws in this country, and they're here for a reason. And I've got to tell you, this is very, very personal to me, because in 2022, my daughter Kyla died from fentanyl poisoning. And it's the same story you've heard 1,000 times. Her ankle got crushed in a car accident, got loaded up with OxyContin, 18 years of addiction. Now, if the border was closed, I don't know if Kyla would be alive today, but I know she's not, and the border was open. That opened the door for criminals and fentanyl to flow into this country. And now we're trying to fix it in law enforcement at the direction of the people who we work for, which is the elected officials of this country. And some of them are outright obstructing it. And I believe it could be borderline malfeasance.
Chief, I'm so sorry to hear about Kyla. I cannot imagine how devastating that is. And I also really appreciate your candor sharing that with us to tell us from your real experience what can happen.
Today is her birthday. Oh. Today is my daughter's birthday.
Well, I'm sure you're celebrating her and how much you love her. And again, I really appreciate your sharing that with us, because a lot of people, as we've discussed, really say, oh, there's no big deal here. There's nothing going on. This isn't necessary. Right. Peaceful. And I want to point this out to you, Chief. Attorney General Pam Bondi was on Capitol Hill yesterday. She was sparring with Illinois Senator Dick Durbin over the deployment of the National Guard to his state. And then she came prepared with the facts, as you just shared with us. Watch.
Your city has a murder rate 5 times higher than New York's. 571 homicides last year. If you were serious about protecting your people, you would be asking this administration for help. You're saying that we're coming into your state and your city. We're there to help make America safe and Illinois safe, whether or not you want to.
Chief, your final message to everyone out there who, again, doubts that there really is a problem. I want to give you the floor today.
Just real quickly, I ran New York's crime strategy for 7 years after being in the NYPD for 25 years. Law enforcement, professional law enforcement, knows how to do our jobs. Just give us the support that we need. Don't tell us that we can't go and assist federal agents. Don't tell us that we can't enforce the law. Don't keep putting roadblocks up in front of what's happening here. It's really serious. People are getting hurt. If the government is offering assistance, find a way to make it work. This back and forth is horrible, and law enforcement is stuck in the middle of it. And law enforcement and civilians are getting hurt as a result.
Well, Chief, I know it's not easy to come on and be so open and honest about your experience with everything. We appreciate it so much. Thank you for coming on American Agenda today.
Yeah, and happy birthday to Kyla.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for having me, and thank you.